Perfect. So again, I welcome Madalyn. She's straight from New York. We are excited because today we are actually hosting two of Derek Lam's collections. We're doing the pre-fall drop, which will be May through July, and then we have our fall winter main collection, which will be I guess July, August to October. So we're really excited to have Madalyn here with us. She is in the New York showroom. There's not a whole lot going on this week for them, as this is kind of their shoulder season, but I said it would be really cool for her to kind of give everybody a little sneak peek of the showroom so you guys can see what it's like to be kind of in the action. This is where we work when we work in New York, and it's a beautiful space. So she's just going to give you guys a quick little tour. So you can see it's a very cool Manhattan showroom. Great furniture. So this is where all the magic happens when Joanna and I go to market. So I'm going to turn it over to Madalyn. She is going to walk you guys through the collection. But like I said, for all previous trunk shows, I really encourage you to book a time with your stylist to go through the collection, go through the line sheet, and you can do that afterwards. We will be hosting this for a few days in store, and then we'll have to get everything to Madalyn as we are working on an available to sell position. And of course, if you have any questions, you can pop them in the chat, and we'll have a little Q&A at the end to walk you through anything. And then I'll just jump in when I think something's super important or just if I have something to say. But the thing I really am excited about offering this pre-fall delivery is it's a really amazing delivery for anyone who has any events coming up this spring, summer. There's some really, really strong, amazing dresses. And this is a really exciting kind of, I guess, pivotal turning point for Derek Lam, as he has a new creative director, Kate Wallace, who's come on. And I don't know if you guys kind of noticed, but the two lookbooks feature real women. So her focus with her kind of inaugural collection, one being sort of a summer drop, the other being like a real kind of fall textile drop, which in our world, fall is really kind of the big aha moment for most designers. She featured real women. So, her kind of, I guess, ideas that she really wants to show real women wearing the clothes, how they're going to wear them. She had a really great quote that she thinks commercial is a compliment. And it's kind of just a really cool way to kind of illustrate the products. Sorry, I'm still letting people in here. So maybe Madalyn, if you want to just talk a little bit about Kate Wallace, how kind of her first two seasons with you guys have been so far. I think spring summer was a really, really strong season. And that was under Derek's direction. So that was a really kind of strong season that we're have in store now. And then you guys have a new kind of creative outlook. So that's kind of exciting for you guys as well. So if you want to just talk a little bit about that, and then you guys can kick off with the pre-fall.
Awesome. Happy to. Well, welcome, guys. I'm so excited to be with you all today. Like Rachel said, I'll kind of kick off and give you a little bit of background on Kate Wallace, our new creative director. It has been so amazing for our team to kind of bring someone in that's new and fresh and just give us a moment to like breathe and really think about the important parts of our brand, the important parts of our heritage, what makes us who we are. So yeah, Kate has come from a long run of previous contemporary designers herself. She's got a lot of experience in the industry. And she's really focused on making sure we stay in a more American sportswear brand. So really just making sure we're staying true to the heart of the heritage of the brand. She's helped us do that in so many amazing ways, and you'll notice it as we go through the collection. But a huge thing for me has just been making sure that each piece has a lot of detail to it in small ways. Like it could be in the lining of a jacket. It could be making sure a knit is in a cotton instead of a wool, because we know you guys prefer some of the easier fabrications in the knits. It could be, down to a button she uses or a hardware she uses, but she's really helped us hone in on the things that make Derek Lam, and just trying to highlight those for the brand. So like Rachel said, we'll go through both deliveries. We'll start out with pre-fall first, and we'll go in order of all of our months. So we'll start with May, June, July, and then we'll go straight into August, September, and October for fall. So yeah, I'll kick it off now with pre-fall, and we can kind of go through and highlight some of our key moments for these two seasons. So of course, we're going to feature a few of our lookbook images as I keep scrolling through these. So you'll see a lot of our favorites. I know Rachel kind of touched on this 10 by 10 marketing moment we're doing right now. So all of our lookbook images are featured in this 10 by 10 campaign we're doing, where we're featuring real women as our models in our lookbook campaign. So it's doubling as both our lookbook and our campaign images for the season. But what's been really amazing for myself and our team as well is we're doing kind of a questionnaire for these women, where they have to answer 10 questions when they come in and shoot with us. So they're answering, what their favorite things are about the collection. They're answering, maybe what their favorite thing is about New York, or, just things in their lives that are pertaining to them. And the brand as well, of course, and how that kind of flows together, and just making sure we're highlighting these real women in a nice and beautiful way. So of course, kind of going to scroll through a few more of these pre-fall pieces. So like I mentioned, the hardware is super beautiful. I know you guys are probably just getting a little bit more familiar with our denim, which we've been really going full force on for the past year now. So the hands and the fabrications of our denim are so, so beautiful, which is really what sets us apart in the denim world. So you can see a little more denim featured in the image on the right as well. We're even doing this laser cut denim top, which has been super popular. And then, of course, offering you guys, like Rachel mentioned, things that are good for the summer, things that are good for weddings. So we've got this beautiful sage colored dress that we've got this dancing orchid print featured on. And then, of course, in the middle, we'll have a little flow in pre-fall into our fall deliveries. So our July delivery will sit more as a fall forward option. So you've got this great little cashmere tank in the middle, back with some of our soft denim featured with some of these snap pants. And then on the right, of course, featuring this sagey colored jadeite, as we're calling it, and this beautiful new poplin body that we haven't done before. And then, of course, featuring a little bit of this cotton twill suiting, which you'll see on the right. We're really into these vest suiting moments right now. I think you guys will start to see that in the market a little bit more. We did it starting with spring, and then we're flowing into pre-fall, and you'll see it moving forward as well.
And that's definitely let's just talk about a big key trend moment is definitely this idea of this really relaxed kind of still suiting, still tailored pieces, but instead of the jacket, we're seeing a lot more of the vest, and the vest on its own, styled as you guys have had it. That's definitely a big call out moment. And just to touch on your cotton poplin, I have a few of the current bodies behind me. So if anyone who knows Joanne knows that she is a lover of all things laundry. She is our fabric care guru at Hangar9, and she gives Derek Lam the best compliment, which is Derek Lam's cotton poplin, she claims, is the best cotton poplin that she has had the pleasure of ironing, which is quite a few pretty high-end brands have gone under that iron. So just to kind of call out, the cotton poplin is definitely a category that if you are not familiar with it, to definitely test out, because it's a beautiful, beautiful quality at an amazing price. And he's really nailed the fit on the cotton poplin dresses. So that's definitely an important category that when we get there, I want everybody to kind of pay attention to.
We could definitely call them out.
Yeah.
And then this next page, we're really experimenting with these new fabrication blends. On the left, she's actually in a linen satin blend. So just kind of these really funky things we haven't tried before. In the middle photo, of course, she's featured in one of our more fall forward looks. So we're keeping the fabrication light and a linen fabrication in this jacket, but doing a little bit more of a fall forward body, and pairing her back with our ivory denim, which we also feel like is something that people don't focus on enough in the market. It's all about white denim. So we're going to differentiate. We're going to give you guys an ivory. And then on the right, featuring her in this beautiful striped option, we're kind of trying to steer more towards focusing on our fabrications and our little details and pieces. So you won't see us going super huge in prints, and just kind of trying to tailor that back in a way that feels super back to the heart of our brand, like I mentioned, and very us when we do a print. So of course, this stripe feels very us, very classic in these beautiful colorways for summer. And now we'll jump right in. So we'll start with our made delivery here. Of course, we're loving some eyelet. So we're featuring this beautiful denim eyelet skirt. She's got the slits on the side so you can really move into her. You're not going to feel stuck. She is 100% cotton, so she's rigid. But the thing with our rigid denims is the hand and the feel of the fabrication is so nice. It's almost a little deceiving. You think she has like a little stretch in it. But people are loving that just because it feels so great once you get it on that you kind of even forget that it's rigid. The eyelet, of course, you'll see in some pieces moving forward as we jump through more as of the line sheets as well. And then our cotton Tencel denim here, like I mentioned, again, a great hand in the denim, but she's on our high-rise wide leg. So we're actually experimenting with this in our spring collection right now. She's in a white in our spring collection, so we've updated her for pre-fall in this light wash, in the Cooper light. But she's always a fan favorite. We actually just showed her in fall in a black with a contrast stitch. So you'll see that coming up later as well. And then I know we saw the laser cut option. So we saw her earlier when we were peeking through some of those lookbook images. So this is super great. She's actually a core version of our Wesley top we offer in core. So this exact same body, but in a poplet. So we've just updated her. We've done her in the denim and this laser cut with the slight print and this floral print. But the really great feature with her, as you can probably tell, is the button option on the sleeve. So I love keeping her buttoned myself. I'll push her up on my sleeve so she has like a really nice styling moment. And of course you can leave her fully down if you want, kind of hanging over as like a long cuff. But you can also unbutton her and make her look a little more relaxed. So you really get two moments with this top. Styling wise, you can really assort, kind of how you want, if you want it to look a little more tailored or you want it to look a little more relaxed, which we're loving. And then of course our linen short, this is our walking short, which I know we saw in one of our lookbook images back with one of our jackets in this collection. But again, same really soft fabrication in this denim. She's got 20% recycled linen in her too. So we're really trying to make sure we give you guys some recycled sustainable options in our denim as well. And then we love this little moment in our cotton blend rope yarn. So she's super great because she's in this oregano color that you kind of see at first glance, but she's actually got a little bit of this pink hyacinth in her as well, which is shown throughout the knit. So it really looks beautiful in person and has kind of this like contrasting pop because she's got both colorways featured here. But we just love a little crocheted moment, which they did give us a good feature. And then we know you guys love a little moment to throw over your cotton poplin dresses. You love kind of just an easy thing to wear at night when it's getting cold, especially during the summers. So we've given you guys this featherweight cotton cardigan. We styled it in the showroom over all of our poplin dresses, some of our core poplin dresses, some of our seasonal options, and everything. It looked great over. This is something you could wear a million different times, a million different ways. And people are really loving the tortoise buttons there as well. And then of course, we're gonna do a Buffy feature. So this is actually the first time we've ever done our best-selling Buffy dress in a sleeveless option. So we featured her in pink in the collection. We actually added a navy as requested by some of our buyers in the showroom. So you've got both options. She of course has this front button placket. So I know you see her a little like buttoned up here, but you can of course give her a little room if you kind of want more of a open neckline. And the belt here is removable as well. So you can actually style her without the belt if you prefer, which I sometimes do with my own Buffy as well.
And I just want to point out really quickly the size scale. So as you notice, almost every style is offered from a 00 to a size 20. So we have a really great inclusive size scale here. And then all the other things are extra small to triple XL. So we're really excited to have a full collection available in this amazing size scale.
Definitely. That's definitely something we're known for. We want to be super inclusive with sizing. So we give everyone a good offering as far as sizing goes. And then this next page, of course, as Rachel mentioned, we've always got some good cotton poplin. So we're featuring this new body in the Michaela on the left. She's in this oregano colorway, which we've had a great reaction to. The tie, actually, you can undo, and it's sewn in at the back. but people have been styling it in the showroom, just leaving it kind of hanging in the back as like kind of a relaxed moment. We love that as well. Of course, if you kind of want to show your waist, give yourself a little bit more of a waistline, you can tie her. She will come in a second colorway in our July delivery coming up. So we'll show you the second option there. Our concha in the middle, also a new body from us. This is kind of a new update on our Tora dress, which I know you guys may be familiar with. We've done her, gosh, I guess 2 years now, and a lot of solid colorways in our core collection, a lot of printed options in our seasonal collections. So we're just giving you kind of a new option here in this beautiful hyacinth. So you can probably tell she's got some great pleating detail, just making her look a little bit more tailored. And just in the right spots as well. And then I know earlier we saw in the lookbook images this beautiful jadeite Evie dress. This is also a new cotton poplin body from us. So she's got the great, beautiful pleating, which kind of pulls over to the side, just naturally highlighting and kind of covering maybe an area you guys might not always feel as comfortable with, which we know people are kind of funny with their tummies sometimes. So we're always pulling the pleating and just making sure things are always in the right spot to make everyone comfortable. And then our beautiful dancing orchid print. So I know we saw a lookbook image of this as well. She's in our one shoulder gown. She's featured in a viscose satin print fabrication. But this would be great for the wedding guests. Really just anything you guys have coming up that's a little bit more black tie, a little bit more just dressed up. And then this was our top book for this pre-fall collection. So make sure you guys don't miss this. Our Lincoln dress on the right was a top booked of the entire collection. And then as far as the fabrication group goes, of course, it was our top booked as well. So the Lincoln dress, she actually is going to ship with a belt as well, which we love. So you can make her a little bit more highlighted at the waist. Give yourself, of course, a little bit more of a figure if you prefer there. And then we do have a top option, which we've loved as well. A lot of people actually in the showroom were styling the top back to the eyelet skirt, which was on the first page. So you've got a good little moment there, styling moment, if you want to throw those two together. And then our pink striped shirting, you know, we love a classic button down, super true and spot on with American sportswear, American heritage. So we've added a little bit of sequins on top though. We spice her up. She's in this beautiful primrose colorway with an oregano stripe. So she's in a pink with kind of like an olivey colored stripe. And then just throwing this beautiful kind of translucent looking sequins on top. She's just got the sequins in the front. She's not on the sleeve and she's not on the back. So it's a little bit obviously comfier for you guys to sit. But she's been great back with denim. We styled her with the denim walking short in the showroom. We've tucked her, we've untucked her. But the contrasting cuff and collar have been a big feature for this as well. People have really been telling us they love that option that we've added here, which we haven't previously offered. And then of course, she's got the same button detail. So this is our Wesley top, which I know I mentioned you can style her a little bit more tailored and relaxed, pushed up on the sleeve, or you can do her a little bit more unbuttoned and have her fit a little bit easier, I would say. And then our slub linen suiting, we do, of course, always offer a good suiting option. Of course, for summer, linen is the easiest thing, the best thing you want to be in if it is a suiting option. So we featured her in this almond colorway, a great neutral, something that'll carry you forward, something that'll sit in your closet for years to come as well. And we've really loved, like I mentioned, the hardware features and just everything that the team has given us here. And again, we love kind of how the blazer and the pant are both buttoning off to the side. So they're definitely giving you kind of an update from your classic center button pieces. And then our striped linen shirting, you guys may remember this from last year. We actually offered it in, it was kind of like a light black colored stripe, same dress body. So we've updated her in the oregano colorway. So the stripe of her is going to be a little bit more olive. This actually was also a bestseller for us last year. So we are considering that we'll see the same thing with her this summer. She does have some smocking in the back too, which people have really liked in the past, just because she's got a little bit more give to her. And she has definitely been a favorite.
I think the fabric composition there too of almost 50-50 linen to rayon, it'll feel like and wear like a linen dress, but the rayon will help with the wrinkles.
Definitely, that's for
So
sure.
she'll travel well.
And then our cotton poplin group here and our sun bleached floral. So we know, like we mentioned, we're kind of trying to cool it with doing so many prints and trying to be so in your face all the time. We know prints are so personal to people. So this is a great way where we've done it in a very subtle option, where she doesn't scream print. She's got just a light feature. She's great for summer. Obviously, we're featuring that great Wesley top again, so she'll have the button feature on the sleeve. And then our jade dress. So this is a new body in the jade dress. She's got this beautiful scoop neckline, so she is bra friendly. She's not too low of a V. A lot of call outs that we've had in the past, and we're just making sure we've got you guys covered in all the needs. She does have a bubble hem, which I have noticed, has been a little bit more out on the market. When we first were showing people this collection in December, we were like, are we really going to go back to the bubble? But it's funny how much I've noticed in the past few months since I first saw this collection. And since it was presented to us, I'm really seeing the bubble kind of come back out on the market. So you guys will definitely see this more. She's coming up. So you definitely can't avoid her. And then this was one of our top booked as far as our jacket category. Of course, she's in our textured palm jacquard. She's in kind of like an off-white eggshell colorway, but the button hardware features here and offering kind of these different options on the buttons. Every single button is different, but they all, tell a story. They all play nicely together. So this was definitely one of our favorites. Obviously styling her here back with denim, but she's great with a lot of options. Any of our core pants, really anything you probably already have in your closet as well. She's just great to pair back with everything. And then our twill tencel linen suiting. So this has definitely been a favorite. Again, great for summer. It's a lightweight, something you'll definitely need during this time. She is featured in our primrose pink. So kind of this like ballet pink colorway. Again, with the top, you've got scoop neckline. She's bra friendly. And just making sure she's not, too low of a V or a scoop. So she's appropriate. And again, offering this walking short option in the short. You can probably tell we feel very confident about this length. We're super excited about her. So you may see her a little bit more moving forward as well. And then our cotton drill pants. So this is one of our favorites. So if you own already our Robertson pant, which has our buttons, just our most classic pant we do, this is actually the same pant, but in a new fabrication. So the hand of her is a little bit softer. To me, she feels like a little bit more tailored. If you already have the one in your closet, you might notice that fabrication has like really good stretch, but she kind of sucks you in at the same time. This fabric, I would say, has a little bit more breathability. She's in a 61% cotton majority, paired with a 37% polyester and a 2% spandex. So she does still have some stretch in her, which I know we all need, but she will feel a little bit easier to breathe in, I would say. So you've got her both crop and long, both colorways, and without the buttons, because we're really trying to get you guys something you can wear a million times in a million ways. Moving into our second delivery for June. We always do super well with this crepe jersey. I would say her price points are always a little bit friendly for us as well, which we love. So featuring this new top body in both colorways in the Blanc de Blanc, which is our true white, and then our periwinkle colorway as well. We were super successful with this crepe jersey fabrication in our November and December deliveries. So we just continued to kind of offer this. Again, she's got great price points in this fabrication. It's just something that's, again, very breathable in this fabrication group as well. And good for this time of year when it's going to start heating up a little bit more. And then some more crepe jersey, but in two dress bodies. So one of our top booked was the Kimberly here on the right. So she is featured in our shiitake colorway. She's great as well for fall forward. So this is something during the summer, you'll throw her on with a sandal, with a heel, but then moving forward into fall, throw her on with a blazer and she'll look super cute as well. Great with boots, but something you'd really wear forward. And then, of course, our periwinkle option, we love her. She's a little bit more novel. She's kind of got this squiggle detail. featured. And obviously you can tell she has that double lining. So at the very bottom at the hem, you can tell she's got a little bit of that yellow peeking through, which we love these small special features that Kate Wallace and our design team are giving us. And then our classic rigid ecru denim. So I know I mentioned this natural kind of ivory colorway for us. It's something we feel is not tapped enough in the market. So we're going to tap into it. We're going to offer you guys something that's different than your classic white pant. She's easy to style back with lots of neutrals, lots of color. And she's got this great little thick cuff in production. And once you guys receive in person, she is going to have a tack on that cuff. So it's already like pre-cuffed for you guys. You don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, like where do I cuff it? Like how much do I cuff? So that will come pre-tacked. Of course, if you prefer to untack it and kind of style it yourself, you can definitely do that as well.
Well, and I'm glad you just to touch on that because
Yeah.
I think this is an intimidating body to a lot of people. But this is definitely a style of jean that you're gonna see throughout pre-fall, fall, and even into spring of 25. This is something that I saw across the board from almost every single denim brand for sure, but even the bigger designers are also featuring this. So this is a really, I think, important body for people to kind of be open to trying because it's something new. And then the other thing, I'm really glad you brought up the natural denim because I want to point out that we feel very, very strongly here about natural or ecru denim as opposed to like a bright white denim. And that's because if you want to wear bright white on top, you can't wear bright white on the bottom. It's too clinical. The whites don't match. So a kind of a hard, fast styling tip is that if you're going to wear bright white, so a poplin white shirt or a white t-shirt or a tank top or a knit, you have to have the ecru or natural colored denim on the bottom. So that's definitely something to kind of keep in mind as you're planning your denim purchases for the next season.
Definitely. And like I mentioned, this is a super fall forward option for us. We styled it in lookbook back with that linen jacket that's kind of in more of a burnt colorway. So she's really great. You can, wear her as is for summer with like a tank, something that's more true summer, and then it really will carry you forward in this colorway, which is awesome. And then our striped shirting group, she is 100% cotton here. This is one of the dresses that we're like, this is what everyone needs in their closet. I kept saying to buyers during market, I go, I know she's not the sexiest thing you will own in your closet, but this is the thing that everyone wants to put on. She wants to throw this on with sandals, with a sneaker. There are so many ways you can style this. And it's just something you really do go back to your closet and grab again and again. And then of course, a little bit more denim. We've got to do a denim short for pre-fall. So we're doing our soft comfort stretch here. She's got a beautiful hand, like I mentioned, in all the denim we've been featuring. But she does have 2% elastane in her. So she'll have a little stretch if you guys are interested in that. Because she definitely has got a little bit more give to her. But she's in our Cooper lighter wash that we're featuring. And she's got these great patch pockets. I will say people are really coming to us for more of the novel denim I'm finding, whether it has a patch pocket, like a braided belt detail on the waist, a lot of funky things with our novel denim we're finding people are liking. And then our cotton tensile twill. I know we saw in lookbook, the white vest was actually paired with the shiitake colorway in the pant, which we love a little mix and match moment. Of course, if you prefer the true monochromatic suiting set, you can do the white on white. But this is just a great hand. She's in a tensile twill, like I mentioned, but she's a cotton. So she's not as light as a cotton poplin, but she is still very appropriate for the summer once things start heating up a little bit. And I just think this is a great way to do suiting during the summer when you still want to feel elevated, appropriate, but in an easy way for summer where you don't feel like you're constantly on fire, just given the fabrications and things you're wearing. So she's got a really beautiful hand to her.
I think the other thing too is like one thing I really appreciate this brand for is the bottoms fit. The pant fit is really, really strong in almost every cut and silhouette. So if you want to try a little bit of a funkier, more fashion forward, like double pleat pant, Derek is always a really great place to do that because you get at least a guaranteed fit.
Yes.
while trying something new. So no, this, I'm excited about this suit. I think this is a great little suit.
Yeah. And like Rachel mentioned, like we know this is obviously maybe a little bit more adventurous for some people as far as a body because she's in this wide leg option, but we're trying to make sure like the pleats and the tailoring and everything up top is appropriate. So someone who does typically like something that's a little closer to the body and not so big, we're giving you that in the right spots. So we're giving you a little bit of both. So you can really adventure into things that maybe you haven't tried before, still getting kind of what you need in the right places. And then our hibiscus mirage print, we're doing this beautiful satin jacquard. The pant we are loving. She's super cute if you want to make her a set back with the top, kind of like a true pajama set option. Again, something so appropriate for what you want to wear during the summer. You could use her as a cover up if you're going to the beach. But she's super cute if you want to style her separately as well. We love that option too. And then we did see this beautiful silk linen beret fabrication in the dress body featured in our lookbook image earlier. So now you can see kind of both front and back of her. The dress has this beautiful bow feature in the back. We actually were styling her too, kind of with just like one bow instead of both tied, if you wanted to look like a little bit more contemporary. And again, she's bra friendly. You can tell in the back with the V, like we've really made sure that you can wear her with a bra. The V is not too low in the front, so she's really kind of hitting all the right spots. And same thing goes for the top, just making sure the V is not too low there. And again, she's in this great lightweight fabrication, which is awesome for summer. I know we love this little Gabrielle jacket we saw earlier in lookbook images, back to the ecru denim, which we talked about. So this is a feature we actually are showing in fall as well. So we'll get to that for fall coming up. But the option for pre-fall we're doing in this linen, the option for fall we're doing in like a little bit thicker fabrication for holiday. But people are loving the button option on the side because it's really almost tailoring the sleeve. She's giving you space in the right spots, but really kind of making sure she's not overdoing it. She's not over volumized. We know a lot of people sometimes can be a little partial to having a huge puff sleeve. So we're making sure she's a puff, but again, in the right places. So people really loved this back with the denim, of course. And then I know we talked earlier about this linen silk blend and this beautiful dress. So this is a new body. We haven't done the Christina before, and she's featured in our hibiscus colorway. But she's got this beautiful A-line look to her. She's got the slight cuff on the sleeve, but just really classic. Great to throw back with a sandal and run around in. Great to throw back with a heel for an event, but just really appropriate for a lot of things.
And I think here with this dress, what you're buying is the fabric. Like a 51 linen to 49 silk blend is a beautiful, beautiful hand feel. This will wear like a dream, and it will only get better with age. So both of those fabrics are famous for softening with wear. This will be quite luxurious as a hand feel. So I think here the important call out is definitely that fabric composition.
Definitely. And for a while, I will say, you know, during COVID, people got super comfortable with just cotton poplin, just linen. So we're really adventuring out and giving you guys some newness, something that's not already sitting in your closet necessarily.
Yeah, but anything blended with silk is lovely.
And then our stretch linen suiting here. So this pant has got a lot of stretch. I wish she was here so I could show you guys. But she's got this beautiful button featuring on the sides of the pants. They're fully functional, I think, until about halfway. So you've got functioning buttons until you don't need functioning buttons anymore. But she's in this beautiful sorbet colorway that we actually were pairing back with the top coming up. I'll show you as well. But like you can see, she's 55% linen, 42% viscose, and then 3% spandex. So she's got some good stretch. And then this beautiful striped shirting, our Wesley, I know you've already seen a few times. If you just want our classic go-to in this beautiful white and navy stripe, this is definitely your option. I mean, this is something you wear a million times over. This will last you for years for sure. She will never go out of style. And then our cotton poplin sun bleach floral. So this body we saw earlier in the concha. So she actually, same as the white poplin top and dress we saw earlier that had like a really, really subtle print to her. I know you can't tell in this photo, but she also has that really, really subtle print. So she's not a true solid poplin option. The pink from earlier is a true solid poplin option. So this has got that slight print to her. New body, like I mentioned before, and we've got the pleating just in the right places, which we're loving. And then this is actually the top end lookbook we paired back with the linen yellow sorbet pant we just saw a few pages ago. So she's in this great techie crepe de chine fabrication. She's in our periwinkle colorway, but she's almost got this kind of tuxedo look to her. She does have this beautiful little pebbled button at the top, and then she's just got our classic buttons on the front placket all the way down. But again, just the right detail and just the right places and making sure we're finishing her off in this beautiful fabrication. And then moving into our third delivery so we can wrap up with pre-fall. We've got, of course, a great little eyelet top option. So this, we also were pairing back with that eyelet skirt from the beginning of this collection. If you want to do an eyelet set there, she's in our blanc de blanc, so our true white on white. And she, of course, is in this great little mixed media. So you can probably tell she's in like a light knit rib fabrication for the center body. We do a ton of mixed media. If you own any of our core tops, a lot of those are mixed media. But she's got 56 cotton, 38 modal, and 6% elastane. So she's got some good stretch to her as well. And then our mercerized Ponte, I do want to call out this one too, because she's a little bit friendlier on dress price points for us. This is for the person, and a lot of times I fall under this category. You want a sleeve, you want a little bit more length, you maybe want the open neckline, but you don't want it to be too low. It really fits a lot of needs that sometimes you can't find in other brands and other places, I would say. She is, because she's in this Ponte, super stretchy. She's got 67% viscose, 25% polyamide, and 8% viscose. So she is a great little blend there and super, super stretchy, I would say. So she's very comfy and appropriate, especially for this July delivery, which will be fall forward. So great with sandals as you're kind of ending the summer, but great with boots as you're moving into fall. And then our mock smock. So we love this little smock fabrication, obviously featuring her with this great little loop button option. And just easy, like I said, moving into, you know, kind of that back to school moment, I would say. Great with denim. We've got this little small slit featuring on the cuff on the wrist, if you can tell. Just something slight. So you've got a little bit more room to her. You've got a little bit more breathability. And making sure too, she's great with a high-waisted pant, which obviously we're featuring here as is in the photo. And I know I mentioned our crepe jersey earlier, how these price points are great for us in the tops. They're a little friendlier. We did a very similar option to this in our November and December drops that we just featured this past year. But we've just given her like a little bit more of a smocked detailing on the side. I know she's harder to see here because she's in a night sky navy dark colorway in this photo, but she does have some really beautiful details kind of right here on the waist, just to highlight. So you can tell, like I mentioned, we're making sure we're putting, you know, the right pleating or the right smocking and all the right options in the right places. And this is definitely one of those as well. And then our classic rigid lightweight denim. This is one of our top book for this third delivery for July. The pant on the right was definitely the most favorite, I would say, in this group, followed closely by the jacket. And then we did have a lot of the skirt as well. We love this kind of off-centered button option in the skirt. We feel like we're not seeing a lot of that in the market right now. But like I mentioned, the jacket and the pant are super cute if you want to make a set together. We did them separately as well, but you will have fully functioning snaps on the pant. On the jacket and the skirt, she's actually like a true button, not a snap. And then our soft comfort stretch. So if you are into our stretch denim, this is a great option for a pant. She's got the patch pocket features, which I know I mentioned is one of our best-selling things in our novel options. People really come back to us for this like wide waistband that we've really had a great reaction to. We've done these wide waistbands in a braided option and a classic option like you see here, but people really seem to have this pant and that waistband resonate with them, and we get a lot of feedback. And then I know we saw this cashmere knit earlier in some of the lookbook images. This is perfect when you're easing into fall. Like I mentioned, you still want a tank body, but you want something that's getting a little bit easier as you're moving into true fall. She's in this great caramel colorway, which is very appropriate, and just great as we're moving forward. And our scalloped cotton twist. So this has got this beautiful little zigzag feature. She's kind of got like a little fringe feature to her as well. You can probably kind of tell on the neckline here as you're looking in the image. And then she's featured in these great little silver kind of dome buttons, as we're calling them, that you'll see in fall. We're starting to play with a little bit more. We'll do them in silver, we'll do them in gold on some things, but this was definitely a top booked for this pre-fall collection. And then again, you'll see some of these beautiful little dome buttons. And our cobalt multi-tweed jackets is definitely one of our best-selling categories for a brand, for our brand as a whole in general. So just featuring this great little tweed option. And again, making sure that the detailing on the sleeve is in the right places. So we're giving you kind of more of an exaggerated sleeve, but where she's tacked and tailored and tucked in the right spots. And she actually has a little bit of elastic on the back as well. She's not featured in the front, which is nice because she's just in the right spot. So we actually had a buyer in Dallas market this past week who was loving it and tried it on herself. And she said, oh my gosh, it's so great putting this on because I never would have noticed how great this little elastic piece is in the back. And it really sold it for her. And then our cotton tinsel group, a lot of set options you can do here, top with pant, top with short. But this is great if you own our Elian pant or our Monterey short from Core. She's in a very similar cotton tinsel fabrication, but it gives you that same utility look. So the short, of course, will have her featured with this little like tab detail on the side. And the pant, of course, will give you more of this utility look as well. And really cute as sets, I will say. I saw it both ways.
And I just want to point out, like, your shorts, I appreciate that this model is probably very long, especially in the leg, but your short is definitely not a short short. It's a really nice inseam short. It suits almost any body type, any size. We've sold it from 0 to 14. So it's a really good short. So don't be scared of it. I know it looks short on the model, but I promise it's a nice inseam short.
Definitely.
Easy to wear.
Definitely. She's got a little room to her. We always kind of called this in the Monterey from Core like our mom short because she's a good length for someone who's running around and has a million things going on.
And they slightly, like, I don't want to say A-line out, but they have like a nice kind of easiness to the leg opening. So they never feel like you're showing too much. It's a really good short. If you kind of are looking to invest in a short, I would highly recommend this body.
Definitely. And then I know we saw this great little Michaela dress earlier in the oregano. So you've got her in the toffee color here, just a little bit of a lighter colored option. So two great offerings. Then one of our favorite options is this. She's in our Tencel linen blend. So she is in a linen satin blend. So just to call out another great fabrication. I know Rachel was kind of touching on the linen satin or the linen silk before. So we've got a linen satin here. But just one of our favorites, great for weddings.
And it's a great price. Like, this is a lot of dress in a beautiful fabrication for an easy price point, for a maxi, like essentially silk linen dress. So, yeah, I thought this print was stunning.
Definitely. And then our striped shirting group, again, kind of this little back to school moment. We know you need kind of an easy thing to throw on. I always get kind of as July and August are coming on into that back to school moment. I need like my classic go-tos. This is great for that. She's in this Peyton body, which we are featuring right now in spring in solids, and we've gotten a great reaction to. So we actually just updated her in the striped shirting option for pre-fall. Oh yeah, Rachel's got the pink option behind her there. So you have her moving forward for the next collection as well. And then now moving on to fall. So we've got our August, September, and our October deliveries. I'll make it quick. I know I'm keeping you guys, but we have gotten such a great reaction. I'll flash through a few of these lookbook images like we did for pre-fall. We've got this beautiful jacquard jacket here, So many fabulous fabrications, featuring this great suiting option on the right in this French gray, which we're loving this French gray for fall. On the left, doing this beautiful sleeveless turtleneck knit on top of one of our poplin bodies. It will sell and come separately, so you can do the set if you want for a styling option, but you can pair separately as well.
And does a really great like styling moment on how to take like a really like true cotton white summer poplin piece and transition it to fall. I think this is a really good kind of way to do that.
Definitely. And then a little bit more of this little jacquard fabrication here in a different fabric and print and colorway, pairing her back with one of our best-selling mixed media tops. So she's actually in a crepe jersey top with like a knit feature in the collar. So we're loving that kind of back with denim. In the middle, featuring this beautiful September print that we've offered. You'll see a few of the solid options in that drop too really make this print come to life. So you'll see we're doing like a solid burnt orange knit, and we're doing like this beautiful kind of like a periwinkle, not necessarily periwinkle, but like a darker purple that's really going to come through very nicely. And then on the right, we are going to ease. Our October drop is our holiday drop. So we'll ease kind of a little bit more into these fun options for holiday. They'll be a little bit jazzier, a little bit you know, more to them as far as sequins and just being appropriate for that time of year. So we're doing this dot jacquard top, which we love. She's got this tuxedo look to her, which is so appropriate for holiday, and actually pairing her on bottom with one of our core pants. So this is our Crosby. If you've got the Robertson, which has the buttons, this is the same thing, but without the buttons. So if you have an aversion to buttons, just know we can always do one with the buttons, one without the buttons. We've always got it in a full length, which is featured here. And then we've always got it in a crop as well. So we kind of fit all the needs as far as that core pant goes. Definitely one of our top booked on the left here is our Lurex denim. She's got a super subtle Lurex to her, which means she's just got kind of a little bit of a sparkle or a shine. Very subtle in a way where it feels kind of fun for holiday. People might not even notice it when you have it on, but then it's great for wear forward. She would be great for all year round. We're doing a ton of the set. She's in a very tailored high-rise wide leg denim. So again, like I mentioned with some of the high-rise pants in the pre-fall delivery, she's tailored in the right spots. And then on the right, we're featuring our artichoke jacquard jacket. She's in this beautiful smoking body. And then on bottom, just pairing her back with our mix and match pant. We're calling this our dinner plate pant in our high-rise wide leg flare there as well. So moving into our August delivery here, of course, you guys have seen this Wesley top a few times, featuring her in this really beautiful stripe, again, with the contrast cuffs and collar, which people have really called out they love. And then first time we've ever done her in a dress. So giving you that same detail you're getting on the sleeve, in the front button placket, in the collar, and the cuffs, but just in a dress body, giving her a little bit of an A-line, a removable belt. She's obviously great here with boots, but if it's still August and a little warm out for you guys, she's great with a sandal as well. And then we did offer one of these best-selling pant options that we did for the first delivery. She is in our classic rigid fabrication, so she's 100% cotton, meaning she doesn't have a lot of stretch to her. But again, the hand is so beautiful on this, she's deceiving. You'll feel her and you're almost like, this can't not be stretchy. But the real special feature here is the tortoise button details and actually the cuff as well. So our team actually cut the cuff off and they re-sewed it on inside out. So you'll have a little bit of this frayed detail at the top of the cuff instead of at the bottom. So just these really small, beautiful details we're making sure to feature for you guys. Of course, this little contro turtleneck sleeveless option I know you guys saw earlier paired back with the dress. I do want to highlight though, she's really great back with denim. If you don't want to put on the dress underneath, you want to give her a little bit more skin. She's super great back with denim or an easy pant. She's high enough on the sides where she is bra friendly. She's not showing anything, but she was really beautiful styled so many ways. Of course, you can pair her back with the poly poplin option, which you did see in the lookbook. I do just want to mention too, these are a poly poplin, meaning that the poly, it's got this coated feature to it. So our white is not going to be see-through. She's got this coated option, just making sure she's a little bit thicker to her. And if you do want to do it in a midnight as well, you've got a second colorway option we haven't seen. But she's got a full front button placket, so you really can like open her up, do a few buttons loose if you just want a little bit more room and you don't want her so, closed up to the top.
I like this update too with the accordion pleat, which is kind of just something new. I'm wearing actually an accordion Derek Lam skirt today, and it's just a little bit dressier, a little bit more sophisticated than I would say like some of the other basic cotton poplins, which read very day to me. I think this one you could do a lot with and transition from day to night if you needed.
Definitely. And again, removable belt option here too, which is amazing. And then definitely, like I mentioned, jackets are always one of our top categories, especially for fall, of course. So in this beautiful denim fringe tweed, she was definitely a bestseller. Featuring her with some of our updated gold hardware. She's kind of like this little like scooped out bowl look on the button. So she's got this little double breasted feature, which we love. Of course, some great denim options in this fall delivery as well. This is really when you want to make sure your denim in your closet is just so ready and appropriate for everything you've got going on, your knits, your poplins, everything. So this is going to be your great stretch option. As you can see, she's got 2% elastane to her. So she's really got some great stretch in both the pant and the skirt. We're loving these fun little buttons that are featured down the front of the skirt, the patch pockets. Really just giving you guys, like I mentioned, a novel denim option because we know you've got some of the more classic pieces from some other true denim brands as well. So just really differentiating ours from, what's out there in the market. Our French gray suiting, I know you saw the jacket and lookbook. I actually personally love her style back with this kind of asymmetric skirt. So she has got some of this pleating detail, which you've seen in the poplin dresses. You'll see it featured a few places throughout. But she feels very back to the heritage of our brand for me. Just classic suiting, I would say, is so true to Derek Lam. So this is a great updated way to do it that feels a little bit more contemporary with the skirt. And something I feel that not a lot of people have tapped into, but I think you're going to start seeing a little bit more moving forward.
And just to point out the little details, like this has a top stitch of like the saffron yellow stitching. So it's got a little hint of that saffron yellow color, which you'll see a lot of in the season, but it just adds a little bit of something to relatively a basic suit.
Definitely. And then moving on to some of this spliced wallpaper. So again, this feels so back to school for us. We're throwing it back with just a cotton cashmere blended cardigan in black, which you'll see coming up. We've also got it in a gray if you prefer the gray, but the black looks super nice because it pops with the print with the black backing just right at the top at the waist. But again, she's featured in so many of these prints that are throughout the collection. You'll see in more of the deliveries coming up. So she's a really nice kind of mix and match moment. And then our crepe jersey. So this is or our matte jersey fabrication is in the top. And then she has this mixed media moment because she's got the knit collar. So she is 6% elastane. She's super stretchy. We actually were also featuring this in a mustard colorway in the collection, but everyone was really loving this CL blue. So we've really, focused here on the blue. Obviously great back here with our denim as well. And then I know we mentioned our tweed always does well for us in the jacket. So this is a great body. You may have seen from us before, we're really, known for doing in the past few seasons and years, the sleeve feature. So how she's kind of like tacked in the right places and kind of scrunched up. So that is something we've kind of repeated, but instead of doing like a super structured waistline, which you may have seen in the past bodies we've done it in, we had her just more of a straight body. We're finding a lot of people are loving where our jackets are hitting kind of right at the waistline, where you can wear her with a high-waisted pant and they just kind of overlap like the right amount. So definitely featuring her with our dome buttons in the silver again, but she was definitely a bestseller for us for fall. Our scuba was had really just such an amazing reaction. We were not anticipating. We had some buyers in here from market saying they haven't seen other brands doing scuba. So this is such a great fabrication you may not see elsewhere. Doing her in this great little asymmetric body. She's great for wear to work. She's great for desk to dinner, as we love to say. So she's great to wear to work and then wear out to dinner. You can style her up and down. Just so many different ways to wear this one. And then our polarized jacquard, I know we saw this in the lookbook earlier. As far as jackets go for us for fall, this is definitely one of our lighter weight jackets. So obviously she's a little bit lighter than some of the tweeds you've been seeing in the past few pages. But great paired back with our little tortoise button denim here. And really beautiful with some of these like mustard and blue colorways. It pops with a lot of the pieces that you'll see coming up as well. And then one feature that was one of my favorite features of this fall collection, so many reversible options. So our team wanted to make sure like you guys are really getting your, bang for your buck. This knit piece was super popular. They're calling it this double face cardigan. Our design team actually loves to call it a knit blazer. But she is in this cobblestone coloring on the outside. She'll ship on that side, but you can do her reversible in the true blanc de blanc, in this kind of off-white. So you really have two true ways to wear this one. And then our foiled linen. So we love this option for our August delivery. Again, kind of easing into fall because we know we still kind of have some, weather during this time of year that is still a little bit hot. So giving you guys a linen fabrication, but in this way that she doesn't read linen. Really beautiful back with some of our cardigans, our knits, will be a really great fall forward and even holiday option as well, I think. Oh, and just to call it on this one too, I did not anticipate that she was going to have stretch, but she's actually got some 3% elastane to her. So I was very surprised to find she had some stretch as well. And then of course we love a mixed media option. First time we've done her in a longer sleeve. So she'll be kind of like a 3/4 length, like bracelet length sleeve, as we like to call it. But you've got two colorway options here, both in the soft white and the black. She'll be poplin on the sleeve, and then she's in that knit rib fabrication in the body. We love a knit moment, so we're in our lightweight cashmere here. She's 100% cashmere. Amazing price points for cashmere, I will say, from us. So you'll have both colorway options. I know she's a little bit more buttoned up here, but she's really great opened up when you unbutton a few of the buttons. The gray, actually, we've been pairing back with the scuba skirt if you want to do a set there as well. The pink, actually, we've been putting back with the French gray suiting, in the blazer and the skirt if you want to do a full set there. That was definitely something people were grabbing during market. And then our matte jersey. So this one was one of our top booked in the entire collection, not just the first delivery. She's in a matte jersey top and a compact crepe knit pant, intended to be worn as a set. Only difference is that the top is like a little bit more of a lighter weight fabrication, just so it's appropriate on top. It's a good combo together. You want your pant a little bit thicker. But this is in black. I know she's hard to tell, like I mentioned, but the top is actually going to have like a thicker waistband. So she's going to hit right at the waist about here. And then pairing her back with the high-waisted pants so they'll overlap a little bit and hit at the right spots. But this is just kind of that throw-on thing. It's not fussy. It doesn't have zips and buttons and all these crazy things. The pant is actually pull-on. So there's no, crazy fastening or anything that you have to do. Easy to run around in for sure, or wear at home.
And definitely for fall, winter, like a matte crepe jersey is like having a moment. It's definitely like this new investment kind of fabrication. I saw it from all designers, but I think this is a really cool iteration because the pant is like a wide leg pant. So it's just very like, this is a great travel outfit. Like this should be on everybody's airport outfit list. As instead of a sweatsuit, this is what we should be wearing to travel in instead of like Lululemons and leggings. Like this is a very Donna Karan, Norma Kamali moment. But this was definitely something I saw across the board. So should kind of be on everybody's fall, winter need to buy list because we haven't seen this before. So this is like newness that we all need.
Yes. And like I said, we had like kind of a shocking reaction to how popular this was during market. So we actually are even talking about moving her to core moving forward, maybe adding a few colorways in this. So this is something you definitely want to opt into. Great airport look as well. Like Rachel mentioned, this would be my ideal thing. Just throw it on with sneakers. Very cute to style several different ways.
Yeah, it's very sophisticated, easy to wear, great fabrication. So I definitely hope people will take a second look at this.
Definitely. And then our cotton cashmere. So this was a very, very popular group as well. So she's actually a 95 cotton, 5% cashmere blend. Like I mentioned, we're constantly getting the call out from our buyers that you guys have been saying, it's a little bit easier to do things in a cotton blend, not a wool. So we're really listening to you guys. We're giving you this great crew neck option in both colorways here. And again, she'll hit, at the right spot, really at your waist. So you can wear her with the high-waisted pant. She's great to style. She's great to tuck in as well. And then giving you guys the cardigan option here in the gray and the black. So 2 different bodies, obviously 4 colorways between all 4. But we've seen a lot of reaction to her as far as styling. She was a great styling option in the showroom with like the spliced wallpaper skirt we did back with the black cardigan. I know I mentioned the gray, both cashmere gray options we've been doing with the scuba skirt. You just have so many different styling moments there. Moving into our September delivery, which is going to be a little bit lighter from us. We really, really loved so many of the August pieces. So I'll move quickly through September. Our compact crepe knit dress here in our Nicola was very popular. I know I had mentioned this in one of the pre-fall dresses, but she's really got that need. She's got the sleeve and the length, if that's something you really want to go for and you just want coverage there. Really great to pair back with a boot for fall and just kind of run around kind of all you need. She's great styling back with a jacket, but she is in a 5% elastane fabrication, so she's got a little bit of stretch to her. And a great price point as well, I want to call out. And then our wool bubble knit. So this one is definitely a favorite for us as a team. She's super, super great back with denim. We styled her with so many different washes in the showroom, which was really great. Especially dark washes looked really nice with her, just fall forward for us. But we love kind of this little like bubble feature on the knit, which you can tell is featured throughout, but in a great little fall colorway. And then our floral jacquard. So you may be able to tell we actually have on the market right now, we're doing these kind of cocoon looking pants, or a barrel leg, as you may have seen them with some other brands as well. So we're giving you kind of that cocoon shape option in the jacket here too, in the sleeve, and she's actually kind of cocooned out in the back as well. Again, not in an aggressive way, in a way where it's very Derek Lam, it's very tailored, it's very American sportswear looking. So we love this in these beautiful fall colorways in the red ochre multi. Of course, we're always famous for these mixed media options. I've shown you so many top options in the mixed media, but this is a great dress body we haven't seen yet. So this is in our Madalyn. She's in our copper colorway. So she's in this knit rib on top and in this beautiful rayon poly blend on bottom. But really, again, she's just, pleated and has the right movement in the right places. And our design team has done a really great job with making this piece feel beautiful in all the right spots. Definitely our top booked, I will say, for the second delivery for September. So she's in our poly cotton poplin. So like I mentioned in the first delivery, she's got a little bit of a techie feeling to her. She's got this coated option on top, which makes her feel like a little bit of a thicker poplin, makes her feel a little bit more substantial. Great for fall as things are getting a little bit cooler out. But she's got the full front button placket. You can style her, buttoned all the way up to the top. On top, she's got 2 silver dome buttons, and then she's just our classic buttons all the way down. She's actually got this really nice grosgrain ribbon feature as well on the edge, and then adding just this beautiful poplin sleeve or pleated sleeve. I know I mentioned before, like we've got these slight pleats featured throughout the whole collection, which really tells a nice story. So she's great here in the top option. We have actually been pairing her back with the Corley here in our high-rise denim. So she is in black with a contrast white stitch. People are loving, loving, loving this contrast. It makes it pop really nicely. Like I mentioned in the pre-fall version in the light wash we saw, she is actually being shown right now in spring from us in a white. So you've got her in a spring version, a pre-fall version, and then now this great fall version. We've gotten a great reaction to this market.
I just want to shout out too, because I know a few ladies on this call are rather tall. And Derek Lam has a really nice long inseam. So any of you who know Louisa, she's a big fan of Derek Lam's pants because they always fit her in length. So if you're looking for that tall girl jean, this is a really great option.
Okay, that's good to know that a few of you guys are tall. I can definitely call out some things as we keep going, but the high rise, as you can tell, we're now featuring in our third collection. We're loving the high rise wide leg right now. And then our weighted cotton twill. So this has this beautiful chintz finish, which just kind of makes it feel like a little more polished. She's got the beautiful asymmetric hem. We're actually doing this rosette. So she kind of looks like a rose, but like a contemporary version. And the hardware, so she's in this beautiful gold. But just super great back with boots as she has it here. This would even be great wear forward with sandals once it starts heating up for summer and spring next year as well. And then our cable knit. So a favorite feature on two of these pieces I'll call out in this delivery, they have the double zip. So I know she's zipped like all the way to the sides here, but you can actually move the zip to be a little bit more in the center if you want her to have like a little bit more of an edge to her. If you want to pair her with a high rise pant that shows a little bit more detail, you can definitely kind of zip just to show a little bit more detail on the pant. Same thing if you don't want her zipped so far up, you can style her a little bit lower down if you prefer. But we'll see her coming up in the double zip in a beautiful jacket option soon too. Another one of our great reversible pieces, which you can see in both images here, you can do the houndstooth on the outside, you can do it on inside. We actually did it where like it was the solid gray option on the outside and we cuffed her. So you could see a little bit of the houndstooth on the cuffs only. But I actually later in market had our model showing us, you could even zip her all the way up and kind of flip her in and out like a turtleneck line. So you could definitely do a turtleneck option in this too, which was really beautiful. And then our camellia print, I know we saw this in the lookbook option from earlier, which I said really brings in and highlights all these beautiful colorways and some of the solid pieces throughout this second delivery. But this one is featured in a cotton poplin fabrication, which I will say is a little bit easier to run around in. You'll see this same print coming up. I think it's on the next page in a different fabrication, but people, I would say, we're saying this poplin option in the print is a little bit more day to night, something you can style up and down. Here in same print option, but in this Cecily, she is featured in our drapey tinsel twill. So she just feels a little bit more appropriate for something that's specific, maybe like a night out, maybe you have an event to go to. This definitely feels like a slight more dressed up option, I would say. And then our stretch floral lace, a few fabrications our team has really been playing with that surprise me when I see the word stretch. And this is definitely one of them. I was not anticipating this to have so much stretch to it, but it really does, while still, giving the look of being super elevated. She's in this aubergine colorway, which a lot of our buyers were liking because it's kind of somewhere between like a chocolate and a burgundy. But something you really kind of have to look at for a second because you almost can't tell what colorway it is. The top is going to ship with the tank as seen here, which we love. A lot of people doing a set together, but if you prefer to do them separate, there are great styling options with the top and the skirt if you want to do other things there.
And this is a true fact about the stretch because I did question this in our appointment and did make her show me that
It's crazy. It really is.
It's a crazy high stretch. So, and I think it's a really elevated lace too, because I'm quite particular about lace. So no, this is definitely one of my favorite looks from this delivery.
Yes, definitely one of our favorites. And then our last reversible piece, which I know I mentioned, you know, we had 3 different reversible options for this fall. This great reversible coat. She's in this plaid, beautiful gray with this white and green featured colorway in her. The belt is great too, because she's even reversible. You've got both the plaid option and the solid option on both sides. But just to show you kind of an image of both ways, you can style her both ways. This is something that would stay in your closet forever for sure. And then our woolly boucle. So this is our other option with the double zip. So this one you can really kind of zip and style in the middle or more towards the edges if you prefer. But she is a little bit obviously more dressed up than the cardigan version we saw before. So just featuring her in this beautiful woolly boucle fabric. Moving into our 3rd delivery for October, our last delivery. We're almost there, a few more pages. So in our denim lurex group, which I know I mentioned in the lookbook images, was definitely one of our top sold. You've got both pieces here, jacket and pant. I love in these images because you can really see the hardware detail here. She's got this beautiful black button with a silver edge to her. And then you can even see the stitch colorway here, which feels just so true classic denim to me. It's in kind of this like tan, kind of almost slightly orange colorway that you see in so many of your classic denim pieces you probably own in your closet. But it's just a nice way to make it feel very true to the heritage of the brand here as well. And then our full Milano knit, I know I've mentioned so many times, our mixed media is always very popular. This is a great option for that. So she's in this beautiful knit fabrication on top, and then she's kind of in almost, it's kind of like a jacquard fabrication on bottom. She's got definitely a little bit more texture to her. She's got kind of these little like flower, almost like detailing, but like in a very small way featured throughout. She does, of course, have the little zip feature, so you can leave her open if you prefer, leave her zipped up if you prefer. Great back with boots here, but very appropriate for holiday, I would say. And then our cable knit we love. So our Thomas sweater on the left, she's going to feature those tortoise buttons, which you saw on the denim pant from earlier. People are loving that because it's fully functional. If you want to unbutton her and have her kind of lay and sort of flop, she's got a beautiful weight to her. You could definitely do that. Or you can leave her, you know, styled up in a true turtleneck fashion. She's got a great little cut to her on the sleeve as well. And then a lot of people paired her back with the skirt if you want a full set. Some people did it separately if you prefer. So you've got a lot of great options. But cable was big for fall for us this year as far as knits go. And then our artichoke jacquard, I know we saw this lookbook image back with the mix and match pant. So just showing you a little bit more closer up here, this smoking jacket feature. The belt is removable here as well. So you can do her open if you prefer, but she is just so great for holidays, so great if you have events coming up. If you do want to do her back with the pant, which we have here, that's a great option. She is in our dinner plate print in the pant. So actually our design team was super inspired by Paris and just France in general for this fall collection as a whole. So they're very into this like kind of dinner plate print that they featured, which is sort of a nod to like a French cafe. So they're really liking that together as a set back with the jacket.
And then our jacket too, sorry, just to jump in. I think that jacket too would also be really great with that matte crepe wide leg pant. Definitely. So if you wanted that same sort of look, but not a pattern on a pattern, I think that black crepe pant would be beautiful with that jacket as well.
Definitely. That's a good option. I actually hadn't seen that styled together. I want to see that on the model now. And then our chintz twill group here. So I know in the pre-fall collection, we saw kind of that burnt colored jacket with this same sort of sleeving detail to her. So you can see her now in this thicker chintz twill fabric, which is appropriate for holiday. She's got the beautiful rosette details like we saw on the dress in the gold. So they're featured here in the jacket in the silver. But super great with the lurex denim, which is what she's wearing in this photo here. It has such a nice tailored look together as a set. And then if you're more into the jacket or the dress option, you can definitely do her in this pink colorway as well. Our Dobby Dot Jacquard top we saw in one of those lookbook images earlier with our core pant. So you can see her a little bit closer up now. She's in our tuxedo body, but she's just got this beautiful slight dot jacquard feature all over. which is really nice. We actually have been pairing her with the Lurex denim set. So we've been putting her under the jacket. She's great tucked in with the pant. Obviously here you can see she's great tucked out as well, but definitely a fan favorite. And then our Claudette's Rose print has gotten such a great reaction, this Georgette fabrication. This is something we've kind of featured for the past two fall collections in 2023 and 2022. And kind of the same idea, we're doing all these Georgette options, but in different bodies and in different prints. And she's always a bestseller. She's got some smocking in the back as well, so she's friendly as far as giving you a little room. And she's really, really beautiful in this print. So the waistline, just to call out, because I actually had someone on when I virtually reviewed this, they didn't realize that the waist was up here. So it's actually not a drop waist. I just want to call out. She's tiered on bottom, so that's where you're seeing that little feature, but the waist is actually up here and you'll have the smocking feature in the back at that same point. Oh, and fun fact, she's got the little front button placket you can see. So again, style her open, style her closed and up to the top if you prefer, but you can style her both ways. And then this Cantini, we're doing this really, really great hammered satin fabrication. So she's got this light little hammering effect to her throughout the fabrication. We actually were showing her in a pink, but had a lot more interest in the black here. So we're offering her here in the black. Again, great coverage of the sleeve, great length of the body for those who want and need that. And pairing her back here with boots, but she's great with a heel if you want to style her up for an event as well. And then our Tiffany blouse, so she's in our viscose sateen, she's in our blanc de blanc, so in our white, she's got the great little dome button and the gold feature there, and she's actually she has some hidden buttons. I think she's got 2 or 3 right here as well as the neckline continues down. But she's great. She's actually going to ship with a tack in production at the neckline. So you can kind of leave her where she wants. If you want to untack her and intend for her to be a lower neckline, you can do that as well. And then our Fleur de Nuit print in this vintage satin, so great for weddings, for things you're going to have coming up during this time. She is bra friendly. Our team was very intentional about that and making sure the back was still appropriate for a bra. So this is a great option. Throw her back with a heel, and she's perfect for your next event. And then our last style, oh wait, actually that was our last style. So we've just got some info here for you guys on pants. If you need inseams, if you need rises, you can follow all this if you've got a specific need you're looking for there. And that is it for pre-fall and fall. Thank you guys for all your time. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Madalyn. That was great. Lots to digest, but I think you guys got a really great sense of like what's coming up in the next 2 seasons. I always love offering a pre-fall delivery, which we never get to do at Trunk Show, because it's a really great mix of like buy now, wear now, but fall forward. And I find from a design perspective, usually those are some of the strongest deliveries. So we're really excited to offer that delivery to you guys at Trunk Show. And again, if you have any questions, I don't see any right now, but feel free to drop them quickly in the chat. If not, please reach out to your stylist. We're happy to walk you through the collection, answer any of your questions. And again, big thank you to Madalyn for joining us, spending your evening with us here. And so, yeah, so thank you so much, everyone, and happy shopping. Talk to you soon.
Thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye, Madalyn.